Well, ding, 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 ding. Hello, good evening. It is almost midnight, 11:59 on the west coast of the United States. It is 0759 GMT. And at the sound of the Mountain Dew opening, it will be exactly 000, which means it's midnight on the west coast. And you are watching cBas After Dark. I'm really glad to be back doing this show. Not that anybody really is a big viewer. We'll get into what all this is in a few minutes. I, in fact, do want to share this with you because, let's see here. Open file. What is on, or what has been on, is something called BaitCar. And I've talked about it. I think I talked about it last night on the show. Just a moment, please. I have to find the... Okay, let's see. Date created. That's what I want here. Oh my gosh. Okay. Date created. Justice. This is it here. Okay. We might watch a little bit of this show just because. Okay. Let me go like that. Okay. I actually wish I could do this a little better. But okay, we'll do like this. So this is just the Justice Network. However, and I have things to say about these kids have been missing since 2004. Okay. I mean, not that I don't think we shouldn't look for missing kids. I know the lighting is all bad, but I kind of liked it tonight for some reason. Like, do you know how long it's been since those kids were missing? We saw that 12 years later. More like 14 years later, I guess, huh? Like, I wonder how good can this be if you know, we're still looking for them. I guess they never turn up, so they just are always going to be missing. This is the show that I've talked about. It's called BaitCar. I was hoping to see like the opening credits or the opening, at least title screen, so you could see what I'm talking about here. It's a great show, with the possible exception that it is a little bit racially imbalanced. We will discuss said racial imbalance as time goes on. This one is in New Orleans, and I think part of the reason it's not as, you know, there's a much higher black population in New Orleans, so not only are there more black thieves, there are more black cops. And the racial balance is a little bit more. Anyway, let's listen. Get out the truck, Billy. Can you see? Shut down. Okay. I just want to pause it. Okay. So this guy, and I think we'll see him. He's trapped. Okay. We talked about this yesterday, where it's like a roach motel where you can get in, but you can't get out, essentially. And he's got a knife, by the way. Okay, great. And it's just kind of rolling forward, and he's panicking and trying to get out, and he's gonna like fight the police, kind of a thing. It's not one of those peaceful situations. This guy had weapons and was going to. I mean, he puts his hands up, as you can see. He puts his hands up. Oh, can I get sound here? It won't unlock, he says. See, okay, one of the things I think a lot about many suspects on both this show and Cops, especially this show, because they show a very real, you know, they show it as real as most. What am I trying to say? It's a very kind of, it's a reality show, and you know, you give or take with a grain of salt what you will with that, but they show a pretty true version, I think, of how this happens. They are not entrapped. They decide to steal a car that was opportunity that fell in their lap, as far as they can see, and they can't. I should caveat that I was going to say they can't tell it's a bait car. There are people in the later seasons of the show who specifically, and they put it in the show, people who do not go for the bait car because they've seen the show. They know they know what a bait car is, and even if they haven't seen the show, they still know, what a potential bait car situation is. But after this show had been on for a few years, it kind of became a term, like at least among people who might steal cars. Oh, it's a bait car. Don't go near that one. That's way too nice and way too crappy a neighborhood. Kind of, it's too suspicious. Kind of sketchy, I suppose. Let me turn the microphone up just a little so you can hear me a little better and I don't have to be so loud. But, okay, so he's saying he can't get out. Can we resume? Here we go. And then he starts going into the "come on, kill me then" stuff. Put your hands up. Nope, he says. So he doesn't want to put his hands up. He's going to fight them as he comes out of the... I kind of suspect he's on drugs because of that. He's just too freaking aggressive to be anything other than on drugs. And they leave stuff in the car sometimes to try and fool them. This guy's got a laptop that he's trying to smash the windows with. But he's kind of caged and crazy and not rational. So, listen, I'm going to tase you if you don't. Okay, they open the door. I mean, it's a pretty compelling exchange. Not one of those situations with an unarmed suspect getting shot. I mean, this is very clearly an armed suspect, a violent armed suspect. And what they say about his record.
He was completely aggressive towards us, fighting us every step of the way. We don't want nobody hurt. We don't want no policemen hurt. We certainly don't want any of the perpetrators hurt. Put him in the car. The area we were in was a lot of residential. If he would have escaped, he could have hurt somebody else. So our goal was to put him under control as a bicycle. And at that point, the taser was the best option. He had all the little stuff. He was fighting with us. Resisted, said he had a knife. So we actually had to tase him to get him under control. So he's going to go to jail for auto theft, criminal damage to property, and illegal carrying of a weapon. Yeah, they're quite expensive record. He had 36 people.
Anthony Canatella, Deputy Chief.
Right now, because he hasn't shown up for his probation office in several months. He's a career criminal. That should have been in prison all long enough. I'm sure at this time he's going to go back. Coming up.
I'm locked in this bitch. So yeah, it's a great show. If you haven't seen it, I'm getting it over the free airwaves, by the way. Again, if you haven't heard me bitching and complaining, shrieking with delight is more like it, about the gadget I got this week. Yes, it's quite a gadget. The gadget I got this week is, as I bring the lights back up, I can't really show it to you because it's plugged in, and I don't want to interrupt the recording, but it is a TV tuner, a receiver, essentially, both radio and television, actually, for your PC or your tablet. I can never show you my tablet because the tablet I have is sadly being used to broadcast this show. However, you can see the computer that I use. In fact, it makes me wonder, should I actually, should I be playing this on this camera or not? Should I actually go on to my own recording and let you see me seeing myself live? Boy, is that a hoot. These are the graphics, by the way, I'm working on, slowly, carefully building. The cBasAfterDark animation, just something to stand next to while I blab and blab and blab. Even though I'd really much rather use this screen for other things like watching live TV, I still feel like I kind of like this. I like the moon too, but I'm not sure I like it a lot. I guess I like it. It looks good here. It looks a little too high resolution here. Sometimes differing resolutions to my eyes are unattractive. I'll tell you what is unattractive, and that is going to live. Okay, good. Um, One thing that's unattractive, and I have no compunction in saying this. Hey, and so, um, no TV stations ever should be screwing with video's aspect ratio, meaning you should never see video that is squished so the person is too long, and you should never see video that is stretched so the person is too wide. This is no longer 2005. You should be able to get that video right, and there are too many goddamn local TV news stations who are getting it wrong. You do see like video sent in from a viewer that was done long ways, and so they stretch it wide ways too, or they don't. Like sometimes it's an absence of action on the part of the TV people. Sometimes it is too much action on the part of the TV people. Either way, it's a colossal pain in the ass. One of the other things I was going to express to you tonight, before I forget, and this is the last show of the week since we're going into Thursday. I had been doing this show. I decided I wanted to do it technically on the night of. So in other words, the show starts at midnight California time. The very first part of, say, Thursday, today, right now. Meaning that we will go through Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday before I come back on Sunday night / Monday morning. Right? I'm doing 4 shows a night, 4 shows a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Only instead of being super late Monday, super late Tuesday, it's going to be super early after dark, after dark Sunday, whatever. It's going to be at midnight West Coast time for the most part. There may be nights when I'm not on. It's probably because I'm teaching. I've been having a lot of late classes actually recently, and good for me because that's what I do. I'm an English teacher, and the more classes I have, the better it is for my... What the hell? Oh. I can control the lights, by the way. Yeah, I should talk about this maybe Monday, Sunday night, Monday morning for my program here. If I reduce this, you can see the light goes off. And if I do this, just very dim, so yes. In fact, there is a second light I could also control, but I had to decouple them because it was too much kind of drama. Like it's a little bit of a bitch to deal with those speakers when they're in their stereo mode, meaning left, right. I should show you the speakers I'm talking about, but I don't want to unplug them. So I'll do it another night. I'll do it Sunday night, Monday morning. Stay tuned for that. I will actually let you see my sort of Bluetooth speakers, which are built into lamp LED lights. In other words, LED lights for lamps that are dimmable. They have a speaker in the middle, and they come in a pair. And you can set them up to be either left-right stereo, which is cool, or you can set them up to be kind of mono versions of that. In other words, both left and right here and both left and right there, but 2 separate sources. So this one is for the computer, that one is for the phone. They actually are more stable when you're using them as Bluetooth devices. Sometimes Bluetooth devices get stuck, they get frozen, you have to be reset in all kinds of crazy ways, sometimes de-paired and repaired, pairing as far as I'm talking about with Bluetooth. Like they have to be sort of, it's a clusterfuck. It's a clusterfuck when they're in stereo mode. Somehow when they're in mono mode and there's 2 different sources, it's a song. I never have to reboot anything. I never have to unplug anything. It's nothing gets stuck, nothing gets frozen. I will do a more complete review on this subject when I come back on the air Sunday night, Monday morning, midnight Monday, technically, California time, 0800 GMT Monday morning, which I know is not dark for you in London, but it is dark for me here in the Western U.S. I'm cBas. This is cBas After Dark, the Anything Can Happen Thursday version. And that means I really haven't written anything. I really don't know what I'm going to do, except I did want to talk about what I was looking at there before, which was, of course, the Justice Network. And we saw The Violent Guy, so I guess I've seen everything I'm going to see there. Let's take a look at Modern Family. I recorded Modern Family tonight, but I'm not sure. As I say, sometimes the recordings are stellar, given that they come from the TV airwaves. You know, that's really amazing. On the other hand, there are times when the signal is not present enough to really, you know, as I've said before, it needs to be about 80-85% present. In the olden days, you could have a 40% TV signal and still watch it, you know, through static, through bad audio, maybe, yes, but you know, you definitely could watch it. Now you can't even try to watch it unless it's got 80 or 85% of the signal there. But when you do get the signal, it's almost fucking crystal clear. You know, it's perfect, as you see. And I had the audio turned on, but this was a good episode. I thought tonight was a new Modern Family and it was a rerun, so I'm like, well, okay. But it seems like I got the recording of it nevertheless. I'm doing mostly a lot of recording just to test out the capabilities, to see how it works and when. For instance, the automatic recording stuff, it acts a little funky if you happen to be watching the computer or watching another station and it wants to record something that you programmed it to record. It acts kind of like it freezes for a minute. Like for a second, I feel like I have to hit Control-Alt-Delete and go to the task manager and hit End Task kind of a thing. That is not what I have to do. So I just have to be able to recognize what I'm seeing, and I'm still not used to it. Like, it's still really weird for me to see, oh, what's happening? You're frozen. Oh my God, and it's actually changing itself to the other channel. It's beginning the recording process. That takes a little bit of effort on its part, and it doesn't act like that's what's going on, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But, you know, if you like any kind of, if you have access to the modern broadcast channels, like Modern Family on ABC, this antenna thing is good. Like if you're into any modern TV, I'm recording Frontline, for instance. Except no, I'm not, because I've tried to record Frontline a couple of times on the PBS translator station, because of scheduling. Like it's on at a better time for me to record Frontline at 4 a.m. But I don't pick up that station as well as I pick up the main PBS station. See, here's a recording of Frontline from the main PBS station. And you can see it's pretty much flawless, right? If I turn on the closed captioning, can I turn on the closed captioning? On if available. Well, I actually think this does record the closed captioning part of the signal. In other words, it should play on playback, but maybe only if you're recording it while the track. I don't know. I guess it wouldn't make sense to only record the closed captioning if the captioning was already turned on. That would not work. It would either always record it or never record it, and I thought sometimes it did. But I'm a big fan of Frontline. I'm a big fan of like reruns of Seinfeld and The Big Bang Theory and shit like that, and there's tons of that. You can easily develop a good TiVo collection of that shit if you're into it. Frontline, of course. Dun 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 dun. Viewers like you. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. If you're wondering why I'm laughing, it's because I have parodied these PBS promos on other illegal streaming channels and stuff that I've contributed to, and holy crap. It was actually very funny, and I think we really kind of did a good job nailing some of these PBS sponsorship promos. I showed you Jeopardy the other night. For example, there's a lot of 80s TV rerunning going on. Like Johnny Carson reruns a lot. Here's Night Court from the mid-80s on NBC television. And this is like early Night Court, before the days of Marky Post as Christine, and so on. So yeah, I'm way into my big gadget. One of the other things I'm into lately today is the IRC trivia game I've been playing here. Maybe we can do a little bit of this. Now, this is going to be very boring to watch, but help me out with some of the trivia if you can. We'll do a couple of these questions. Trivia on. I wish I could make the font like big enough to see on this screen, which I really cannot do. But the robot here will feed me some trivia. Wings on TV. Old geezer known for asking irritating questions and conning people. Wings on TV. Like the show Wings? I never watched it. Carmine something. It could be Carolyn also. Old geezer. No, it's got to be a man, right? Oh, I still don't know. 15 seconds remaining. So it's a very slow trivia game, but I've been slowly working at it while the TV was on in this window up here for a while. Carlton Blackhead. No, Blanchard. Okay, whatever. And the next question will appear here in kind of the highlighted lines you can see. These are the questions from the robot. It's just an IRC channel where a lot of good stuff is available. The female version of this Simon play, the leads are Olive and Florence. The Odd Couple. Ding! Hey, I got it right. Yes, Sebastian got the answer. The Odd Couple in 12.625 seconds. It gets 5,500 points. By the way, the later it gets, the more punchy I get as an English teacher. And tonight I played my game show not once but twice with two different classes. And one of them was a very beginner class, and I was a little worried about it, but they turned out to really enjoy it, and I think they will give me a good grade. They grade me, too, on whether or not I'm a good English teacher, and I think I get a grade. John Cougar Mellencamp sings the title, then says, "But ain't they all?" London. Lonely and Pink. No. Lonely All Night. Wow. I was not doing very well there. Although I'm doing relatively well in this week's top 10. If I do another couple of questions, I will probably beat because I'm only 5,000 points behind. If I get one more good question, I will probably be first place this week so far. I had a feeling lyrics, and I had a feeling I could be someone, be someone, be someone. I don't know music questions. And this trivia has like tons of questions about the top 10 songs in 1953. You know, it's like, let me go call my great-grandmother. Fast Car. I got it. That was it. Fast Car. All right. I have 333. I need to hit 337,000. 337,000, I mean. 337,000 I need to hit. And I'm at 333. So I need to hit only 4,000 more points. Okay. Having a pleasing shape. Pleasing shape. That's all there is to the question, those 4 words. Having a pleasing shape, question mark, and then a clue, SHA, and then six asterisks. So it's a 9-letter word. Having a pleasing shape. Shapeform? No. Shapelier. No. 15 seconds. I really don't know the answer to this, and I feel like I should. The answer was Chapelier. Shapelier. Okay. I just want to hit first place in the week's competition, and then I will promise I will stop. Maybe we'll watch the end of the game show we did not finish watching yesterday. Okay, grab bag. Painter of most Joni Mitchell's album covers. How the fuck am I supposed to know album cover painter of Joni Mitchell? I don't think I could possibly know that. Oh, unless it was Joni Mitchell, which the clue suggests. Yeah. 3,750 points. All right, now I'm at 336,775. I am in first place, actually, by 10 points. If I read this right. 336,675, 336,775. I'm 100 points ahead of whoever was in first place before. The artist. Name the artist. This is the time. 80s chart toppers. Name the artist. This is the time. Joni Mitchell. 5 letters, then 4 letters. Billy Idol. Really? No? Billy Joel? There we go. 3,300 points. If I get a few more questions, I should be nicely in first place for a little while. I just want to see the score get kind of mentioned here, and then I will stop. And we will. We'll watch the end of it. Maybe we'll do a couple more game shows. I don't really have time for a couple more. We can do one more. Chaos. Brands of possible chewing gum. Okay. Bubble. Yum. Bubble gum. No. Bubblicious. No. How about Wrigley? Chewing gum, bubble gum. Okay. Blackjack gum. Nicorette gum. Okay. What's that one? Beetle gum or something. What's it called? Big Red. Double Bubble. I misspelled Double Bubble and Big Red. God damn it. Bazooka, Chiclets, Trident, Dentine, Black Cat, Big Red, Beach Nut. And I'm getting dinged on Facebook. Or somebody actually. Oh, okay. Thought it was you. You can text, by the way, right now live. You can text me later, and we will answer as soon as possible. Name the artist. Saturday Night. No idea. Bay City Rollers. Okay, I'm going to hit trivia off. Because now I'm in first place. How do I make it say who's in first place? Or who's in the top 10? It sometimes tells you the commands. I know this is just so exciting. Where the hell are the commands? Okay, there we go. Top week. Top week is what I want. Top week. Oops, one word. Top week. Okay, this week's top 10. Number 1, Sebastian, 354,900. Cali Gal is 336. So I'm well in first place. At least until the next time someone plays this game. Anyway, cBas After Dark. This is the phone number, 310-776-COONS. You can call, you can text. What I'm going to do now is finish up what we watched last night. We started watching a game show from the 80s that did not succeed. But I love watching those, and so we're going to finish here. It was the one called On a Roll. Here we go. And we're just going to watch it. I'm going to pick it up halfway through because that's how we stopped last night. Okay. Rock and roll, newlywed, like a virgin. The puzzle is Madonna. Of course. That's where we stopped last night. So stick around. We'll watch the second half of this on cBas After Dark, and then we will call it a weekend. Because that's how we're going to do it now. Sunday night through Wednesday night, technically, Monday morning through Thursday morning. But we're going to be here 4 nights a week, and Game Show Tuesday is what we usually do, when we usually do game shows on Tuesday. This was a pilot, a dice-based game show that did not succeed. On a Roll, it was called. And man, I'm a sucker for these. Even though there's a number of things that really piss me off about them, I love unsold game show pilots. So let's check it out a little bit here. I'll try and turn the sound up a little.
Okay, wins the match and $1,000 and a chance to play Lucky Seven for the big money. Now let's start our second game.
Yes,
Take a
okay,
look
that's
at
true.
our new puzzle. And in order to get to that, it is back to the name game. As you both know, let us start revealing it backwards. And go. N. I. K.
Patinkin? Mandy Patinkin? No.
T. Rat.
Fritikin. Yeah, sometimes the audio is a little hot when it's loud and a little quiet when it's quiet, so I'm going to ride the audio. This is funny because the girl who's the Vanna White letter turner is very much, with her hand gestures, annoying. Let me turn the light down here. Excuse me. Ding, ding. Five from the top row, okay. C space OWN. Not clown. A 1 and a 6. TH space 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 S space space space. By the way, I'm pausing it here. That sound, name the game show it's from. If you watched me last night, you already know. That's from the Family Feud buzzing sound. Okay. Shirley MacLaine, okay. Right, this is the game show in which doubles is a negative thing. So if you get doubles, you give a free chance to your opponent, and he gets a free letter. And that musical sting right there when he won from The Price is Right. Atlantic City on the line, okay. Okay, bad news is you have to leave. The good news is I get to hug everyone. Okay, that's not a little creepy. I don't know. I don't know this game show host really from anything else. I have seen many game shows. I think he might have done another pilot or two, but he's not one of the top 5 or even the top 10, I think. So yeah, okay, it's another word puzzle, and he rolls the dice to determine how much money he's playing for. He rolls the dice, and he is playing for $12,000. Ooh, isn't that amazing? Yeah, it's the highest possible amount you can play for in the bonus round. And this host, with his gestures, I don't know, it drives me crazy. Again, On a Roll is the name of this game show. cBasAfterDark is the name of the show you are watching. We're going to finish with the bonus round here. It's called Lucky 7. Let's check it out. Backwards. All the Doctor. That is your category. Ding. House call. All right, and so he's very happy, obviously. He hugs both the twins. He hugs the game show host once already, and he's going to... Game show host is a little touchy-feely. Yeah, that really creeps me out. The more I watch it, I really want to like the guy, but I don't like that sort of... By the way, comments from viewers keep coming in, so that's what you keep seeing in the corner here. Say goodbye to the Double Mint twins. And I thought they were just sort of kidding, but it seems clear they're actually the real Double Mint twins from the Double Mint commercial in the 70s and 80s, or at least the one in the 80s. This is from like 1985. This is from 86, that said. Okay, that's one of the things about the Doublemint twins I gotta complain about. Hold on. Because they're dancing, right? They're doing clap, step, clap, step, clap, step. Clap. And, you know, they're looking around, they're dancing, they're having a good time. And every time the twins kind of look at each other, they go, right? They're all happy, clapping, clapping, look away, look back at each other, you know, and they're clapping. It's like, come on. Did you notice? I feel like I need to play that again. At least 2 times they did it here at the end. See? They're dancing. Really looked at each other there. See? And they kind of look at each other there and smile. Take camera 1. They did it again. They look away. They do it again. Every time they like make eye contact. Oh, God. Thank you, Wink Martindale. God bless the Wink Martindale YouTube channel for all of the great little tidbits. He has a lot of those unsold pilots. Has it been a long week since I've been back? Yes, it has. But I'm glad to be back, and I'm glad you're here. And I haven't told anybody I'm back yet because I want it to be kind of, oh yeah, I've been back on for a week now, you know, or for 2 weeks now, or whatever. Got some gunk on my device there. Let's see. Run for the Money. Split Decision. That's pretty fun. I like Split Decision. The Honeymoon Game, Unsold Pilot, I actually like more than I thought I would. Here is one we will watch the beginning of. I only have 19 minutes. This is very old. I am a computer. This is Simon the computer and his friend, host Bob Barker. The quality on this is very low. Computer forms, okay. So they give them like a punch card that they fill out. In seat 16. And they show her on the screen. Ooh. Her greatest wish is to kiss Bob Barker on national television. And he gave her the whole, like, no kisses for you, Dave. Just the women, of course. Find a lady with an interesting secret I can talk with her about. Seat 13, Patricia Junkerson. I'm just trying to help out. The audio is really rough in spots, and the video is rough in spots. She has been married 12 years. And she washes 101 dishes per week. If all the dishes were placed, it would go 8 times as high as the Empire State Building. I love this game. Okay, and so I mean, it's got elements of a real game show, right? Like, and it's a real game show. It's got elements of let's make a deal in here too. Like he's out in the audience chatting with people and sort of getting information from them and about them and having them play games. How many dishes have you washed since you've been married? So she gets multiple choice. Has she washed about 100,000, 300,000, or 500,000? Oh. Here's $10 to buy some rubber gloves. So, you know, part of it, I don't like that the prizes are so small, but that's mostly the time. I think this was the late 60s. And, you know, their effort to duplicate computerization is super cute. Mr. Dominic Pinterbean, or whatever his name was. What do you know about him, Simon? Very little. Here's $10 for keeping a secret.
After going over this computer form, how did I get about 23 people here and you have something in common? How about number 20, number 28, and number 171? Come over here to me.
Okay.
I want you to start computing, if you will, please, Simon, and come up with something that these three people have in common. And if you doesn't come up with something that you have in common, then I will get at least $100. The phone little line right here, my right, yes, you are, that's fine. You use computing as you compute it, Simon. What do they have in common?
Yeah, they are all housewives. But it turns out there's a reason why he says that. It makes everybody laugh. Ha 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 ha. Like the kind of 1950s family roles are very much in effect in the show. What is your name, madam? Yes, the question on the forum reads, do you do your own housework? And they all answered yes. So from that, they're all housewives. Well done, Simon. They all believe the man should be the head of the household. Okay, like, anyway, that's entertaining as hell, right? And I mean, I'm sad, as always with the case of game shows, I'm sad it did not get picked up. You know, I would have watched that show. God, I would have watched that show. I would have treasured that show. I would have wanted to be the voice of the computer. I think it was Johnny Olsen. The other thing I like about it is when the computer is computing, he kind of speaks while Bob Barker is speaking. He's like, I am computing. I am computing. I am computing. And that is really funny to me as well. All right, we got 10 minutes left here. Let's see here. Puzzlers Pilot. Hot streak. Let's do puzzlers. I always forget this is not riddlers. I have shown riddlers before on this game show. This is another one from Wink Martindale. Puzzlers. Pat Sajak is the host of Puzzlers. Look at him. Okay, I'm going to skip the intros. Let me just get to the game. Okay. Double puzzles, okay.
See that? That picture, that is a picture clue. Now that is the second half of a two-word phrase. We're going to show you the first half, but one letter at a time. As soon as you recognize the phrase, you cancel the button. Now, when you do recognize it, ring in and I'll call on you and we'll find out how to write. All right, let's take a look at the first word, two-word phrase, first letter.
B.
B, and right away, John.
Thanks.
No, a little quick there you were. Okay, John, you're out for this half of the puzzle. Lori and April, get ready. Here comes letter number 2.
R.
Next letter.
Oh no.
Next.
Broad jump.
Lori. Broad jump. Broad jump is right. Nice start.
This one has elements of chain reaction, right? The above word and the below word and the connection and stuff. If you've ever seen chain reaction, it's not a dissimilar concept.
And if you solve the second half of this puzzle as well, we'll give you $100 plus a bonus, 100 for you or anyone who solves both halves of the puzzle. All right, now this picture changes meaning. It no longer means jump. It means something else. And it's now the first word of the two-word phrase. Here's the first letter of the second word. It's an L. Next. And I.
Ski lift.
Ski lift?
Yeah.
First we have the jump. That's what it meant. It meant ski. And that's ski left. And you get $100 for solving the second half of the puzzle. That bonus 100 we showed you now for $300. Lauren, keep going. And John and April will try to get going.
I always wonder about the artwork for this or for shows like Concentration. You're always having to come up with, good Lord, artwork.
I know what it means, but it's one of the most repulsive things. All right, and again, it's the second word, the two-word phrase.
Second word of a two-word phrase.
Why? April. Yellow belly? Oh, you're right. That was a yellow belly and a lot of it. That was $800 for you, April. And again, belly changes meaning. It means something else now. It's the first word of the two-word phrase. Here's the first letter of the second word. A P. Next. U. Next. An M.
Pumpkin.
Next letter. Oh, we don't see it, Lori. Stomach pump. Yes, stomach pump. You did it.
I thought they weren't supposed to see the last letter.
I didn't want to say. It's so disgusting that I was going to say I changed my mind. Lori, you get $100 for solving that, and so you have now $400. April, you have $100. John, Wayne, you're going to get on the board next. I feel it. Okay, here's the next clue. There's your picture clue. Here's the first letter of the first word. A W. Already just $100 away from the preliminary game. Next letter. An I. Next. S. Next letter.
Oh,
John,
wishbone.
you got it. Wishbone. I think it's all up there. That's probably the easiest way to do it, and you get it, and that's what counts. $100 for you, John. And I'd like to caution our audience. It's very tempting to be whispering the answer. answers, but we don't want to mislead or any of our contestants up there. So I actually pulled that down a little bit as we go now.
Yeah, shut up, audience. What the fuck? Don't tell them the answer. Don't even whisper the answer.
Second word. A team. Next. Oh, Lordy, this could be the game.
Gary Treasure?
Oh, you're good. Yeah, you did it.
Bucket chicka, bucket chicka, bucket chicka, bucket chicka.
You will be taking on a champion in just a moment. Oh, that was good. Didn't come with that at all. Now you say, now one letter. I mean, that was terrific. Listen, not to despair either one of you, John or Rachel, because you're both are taking some money along, $100 apiece, and we'll be back later on. We'll fill up that third share, and perhaps you'll be up in the challenge our champion next time. Lori's going to be doing that in our championship game right after this.
Okay, so we're going to take a break from Puzzlers. Tell you're watching Seabass After Dark. Here's the phone number to text if you want to. Of course, in about 5 minutes, we're going off the air for 72 hours, and we'll be back Sunday night. Now the championship game of this weird Pat Sajak sitcom, game show pilot. I don't have any pockets.
Congratulations on that victory, and you're ready to meet our champion. I'll bet she is ready to meet you. Please welcome back our returning champion, Van Anderson. And
Oh, right. This bonus game takes forever. It's really quite something. We may have to drop out of the show before this is over, but if not, we'll come up with it Sunday night, Monday morning. Sunday night, the end of Sunday, midnight Monday morning, or 0800 GMT. Midnight California time, 0800 GMT. That's when to catch us. Sunday, or actually Monday, right? Technically, that's Monday.
And one of these categories, put them on your side of the board, wins the game, $500 and moves on from there. Let's look at the 5 categories when we're playing with this.
Okay, here are the categories. Twisters, license plates, missing initial, picture rhymes, answer the quote. Some of those abbreviations are weird. License.
Now to capture a category, Eddie. To solve 2 of our puzzles here. I have to solve 2 license plates in order to capture the category. All right. These are simply phrases written like the ones you see on custom license plates, especially around California these days. All right, here comes your first license plate. Get ready.
Wonderland.
Wonderland.
Wonderland. There you go. Okay, you know how that works. You always have no trouble with that. You're on one license plate on your side. Do that again. You'll capture the category. And let's look at
Yeah, you have to get 2 per category.
goodness gracious, Lori. What do you need? Get me the winner.
No duh, of course.
That's pretty good. One license plate. Whoever wins the next one wins the category. Captains it. Let's see. Well, you're going so fast. All right, get ready. Here comes your third license plate. Bam. Cheeseburger.
You couldn't even see that one on the screen, really. CHZBGR, a cheeseburger. So she gets that category because she got 2. Okay, well, that is it for the week. It's been a tough week, but I'm really glad I'm back doing this again. Hopefully you'll be glad and you'll be able to join me occasionally here via telephone, via text message, on Skype even. We can have you on this screen if you like, because there's no reason not to. All I know is I'm very glad you're here. I'm very glad I am here on Seabass After Dark. As I said, the next time I will be here will be Sunday night, the end of Sunday, right? Technically, we're going to start referring to it by the technical term. So we're technically Monday at midnight, which is the beginning of Monday, the end of Sunday. Or we could just use GMT. When it's 0800 GMT, Monday morning, you will be here on Seabass After Dark. Don't poke the screen. Good night, everyone. Have a great weekend.